a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy.
Simone Biles. Simone Arianne Biles is an American artistic gymnast. Biles is the 2016 Olympic individual all-around vault and floor gold medalist and balance beam bronze medalist. She was part of the gold medal-winning team dubbed the Final Five at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. Biles is a three-time world all-around champion, three-time world floor champion, two-time world balance beam champion, four-time United States national all-around champion, and a member of the gold medal-winning American teams at the 2014 and 2015 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships. She also won the bronze medal for vault at the 2015 World Championships, having won a combined total of 19 Olympic and World Championship medals. Biles is the most decorated American gymnast, taking over from Shannon Miller, who had held this record since 1993. With her win in Rio, Biles became the sixth woman to have won an individual all-around title at both the World Championships and the Olympic Games. With 4 Olympic gold medals, Biles set an American record for most gold medals in women's gymnastics at a single Games. Her accomplishments have led many of her peers as well as the media to refer to her as the greatest gymnast ever. Personal life. Simone Arianne Biles was born on March 14, 1997, in Columbus, Ohio, the third of 4 siblings. Her birth mother, Shannon Biles, was unable to care for Simone or her other children Ashley, Tevin, and Adria due to her drug and alcohol addiction, and the children were in and out of foster care. Simone's birth father, Kelvin Clemens, abandoned his family, struggled with addictions, and was never present in his daughter's life. Shannon's father, Ron, and his second wife, Nellie Cayetano Biles, who had 2 nearly adult sons, Ron Jr. and Adam, began temporarily caring for Shannon's children in 2000, in the North Houston suburb of Spring, Texas. And later in 2003 the couple officially adopted the 2 youngest children, Simone and Adria, and Ron's sister adopted the 2 oldest. Ron, Simone's adoptive father, is originally from Cleveland, and is a former air traffic controller, who served in the military with the U.S. Air Force at San Antonio's Randolph Air Force Base and later, with the Federal Aviation Administration. Nellie, Simone's adoptive mother, emigrated from Belize, is a nurse and the former co-owner of a chain of 14 Texas-based nursing homes. Simone Biles spent all her secondary education as a homeschooler and graduated in summer 2015. She verbally committed to UCLA on August 4, 2014, announcing her decision on Twitter. She planned to defer enrollment until after the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro. On July 29, 2015, she announced that she would turn professional, forfeiting her NCAA eligibility. Biles is Catholic, and also holds Belizean citizenship through her mother. She refers to Belize as being her second home. Her sister Adria is also a gymnast. In December 2016, Biles was chosen as ship's sponsor of USS Enterprise alongside Katie Ledecky. They are the first Olympians to be given this honor. On January 15, 2018, Simone Biles came forward with allegations that she had been sexually abused by Larry Nassar. In January 2018 it was announced that Biles had enrolled at the University of the People to study business administration and become the university's brand ambassador. Gymnastics career. Biles first tried gymnastics at 6 years old as part of a daycare field trip. The instructors suggested she continue with gymnastics. Biles soon enrolled in an optional training program at Bannon's Gymnastics. She began training with coach Amy Borman at age 8. 2011. Biles began her career on July 1, 2011, at the 2011 American Classic in Houston. She placed third all-around, first on vault and balance beam, fourth on floor exercise, and eighth on uneven bars. Later that month, Biles competed at the 2011 U.S. Classic in Chicago, Illinois, where she placed 20th all-around, fifth on balance beam and floor exercise. 2012. In 2012, Biles switched from public school to homeschooling. The change allowed her to increase her training from approximately 20 hours a week to 32. Biles credited the increased training time with her improved success during the 2012 season. Biles' first meet of 2012 was again the American Classic in Huntsville, Texas, where she placed first all-around and on vault, tied for second on floor exercise, placed third on balance beam and fourth on uneven bars. Biles' placement in the American Classic secured her spot to compete at the 2012 USA Gymnastics National Championships. She later competed at the 2012 U.S. Classic in Chicago. She finished first all-around and on vault, second on floor exercise, and sixth on balance beam. In June, she made her second appearance at the USA Gymnastics National Championships, this time in St. Louis, Missouri. She finished third all-around, first on vault, and sixth on uneven bars, balance beam, and floor exercise. After this performance, Biles was named to the United States Junior National Team. 2013. Biles' senior international debut was in March at the 2013 American Cup, a FIG World Cup event. She and Caitlin Ohashi were named as replacements for Elizabeth Price and 2012 Olympic gold medalist Kyla Ross, both of whom withdrew from the competition because of injuries. Biles led for 2 rotations, but finished second behind her teammate, Ohashi. After a fall off the beam, Biles immediately went on to compete at the 2013 City of Jesolo Trophy in Jesolo, Italy, where she took the all-around, vault, balance beam, and floor exercise titles in addition to contributing to the United States team gold medal. She and the U.S. delegation then competed at an international tri-meet in Chemnitz, Germany, against teams from Germany and Romania. The U.S. again won the team gold. In addition, Biles won the vault, balance beam, and floor titles, but tied for second in the all-around behind Ross after a fall on the uneven bars. In July, Biles competed at the 2013 U.S. Classic. She performed poorly, falling several times, and did not compete vault after tweaking her ankle on the floor exercise. Afterward, she was invited to a private camp with a national team coordinator, Marta Caroli, and consulted a sports psychologist. Biles went on to compete at the 2013 USA Gymnastics National Championships in August, where she was crowned the national all-around champion ahead of Ross. Biles also won silver on all 4 individual events. After the USA Gymnastics National Championships, she was named to the senior national team and was invited to the qualifying camp for the 2013 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Texas, where she was named to the World Championships team. In October, Biles competed at the 2013 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Antwerp, Belgium. She qualified first in the all-around, second to the vault final, sixth to the uneven bars final, fifth to the balance beam final, and first to the floor final, making her the first American gymnast to qualify to the all-around and all 4 event finals since Shannon Miller in 1991. Biles competed cleanly during the women's individual all-around, and won the competition with a score of 60.216, almost a point ahead of silver medalist Ross, and almost a point and a half better than the bronze medalist, 2010 World All-Around champion Alia Mustafina. Biles became the seventh American woman, and the first African American to win the World All-Around title. In event finals, she won silver on the vault, behind defending world champion, and Olympic silver medalist Michaela Maroney, and ahead of 2008 Olympic gold medalist Hong Eun-jong of North Korea, bronze on balance beam, behind Mustafina and Ross, and gold on the floor exercise, ahead of Italy's Vanessa Ferrari and Romania's Larisa Iordache. She finished fourth in the uneven bars final, behind China's Huang Huiden, Ross, and Mustafina. 2014. Biles missed the start of season due to an aggravated shoulder injury, sitting out the 2014 at. Biles' 2014 debut came at the U.S. Classic in Chicago. She won the all-around by a wide margin, and also took first place on vault, beam, and floor at the 2014 USA Gymnastics National Championships. Biles repeated as national all-around champion after 2 days of competition, finishing more than 4 points ahead of silver medalist Ross, despite a fall from the balance beam. During her final routine of the meet, she won the gold on vault and floor, tied for the silver on balance beam with Alyssa Baumann, and finished fourth on the uneven bars. She was once again named to the senior national team. On September 17, Biles was selected to compete at the 2014 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Nanning, China. She dominated the preliminary round despite a major error on the uneven bars, qualifying in first place to the all-around, vault, beam, and floor finals, in addition to contributing to the U.S. team's first-place qualification into the team final. During the team final, Biles led the United States to its second consecutive World Team Championship, which they won, over the second-place Chinese team by nearly 7 points. In the all-around, Biles performed cleanly on all 4 events, bettering her bars score from qualifications by over a point, and won her second consecutive World All-Around title ahead of two good friends, Ross and Iordache. Biles became the second American woman to repeat as World All-Around champion, following Miller, and the first woman of any nationality to do so since Russia's Svetlana Korkina. She also received extra press when a video of her fleeing from a bee on the podium during the All-Around award ceremony went viral. Biles finished behind North Korea's Hong Eun-jong in the vault competition, taking her second consecutive silver medal in that event, but went on to win the gold in the balance beam final ahead of China's Bai Yawin, and the gold in the floor exercise final, again, ahead of Iordache. This brought her total of World Championship gold medals to 6, the most ever by an American gymnast, surpassing Miller's 5. After the World Championships, she was named one of ESPNW's Impact 25 and chosen as Sportswoman of the Year by the Women's Sports Foundation. 2015. Biles competed at the 2015 AT. She placed first with a score of 62.299, 4.467 points ahead of second-place finisher U.S. teammate Michaela Skinner. Later that month, Biles was nominated for the James E. Sullivan Award. She ended the month at the 2015 City of Jesolo Trophy, winning the all-around title with 62.100. On July the 25th, she competed at the U.S. Classic and finished first in the all-around, ahead of 2012 Olympic all-around champion Gabby Douglas and Maggie Nichols, with a score of 62.400. On the beam, she scored a 15.250 and took first at the event, ahead of Douglas and 2012 Olympic beam bronze medalist Ali Raisman. She scored a 16.050 on the floor and claimed first on the event, 1.050 points ahead of Douglas, and also ahead of Nichols and Valiaki. She had a small hop on her Amina vault, and scored a 16.000. She then scored 15.150 on her second vault, to score an average of 15.575, and place first in the event, ahead of 2014 World's vault bronze medalist and teammate Michaela Skinner, who averaged 14.950. Biles ended on bars and scored a 15.100. To claim the all-around title, she placed fourth in the event behind 2014 World's teammate Madison Coshen, Douglas, and Key. On July 29, shortly after her performance at the US Classic, Biles announced that she would be turning pro, thus forfeiting her chance to compete for the UCLA Bruins gymnastics team. She signed with Octagon, who also supports fellow American gymnast Ali Raisman and Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps. At the 2015 U.S. National Championships, Biles secured her third all-around national title, becoming only the second woman to ever do so, 23 years after Kim Zmeskal. Biles, along with Douglas, Dowell, Coshen, Nichols, Raisman, and Skinner, was selected to represent the United States at the 2015 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Glasgow, Scotland. Biles once again qualified in first place to the all-around, vault, beam, and floor finals. Her uneven bars score would have qualified her in 8th place to that final as well, but she was excluded, as per the rules, after teammates Coshen and Douglas qualified ahead of her. In team finals, she helped the United States team win their third consecutive gold medal at a World Championships event. During the all-around final, Biles performed below her usual standard, taking a large hop on vault, landing out of bounds on floor, and grasping the beam to prevent a fall. However, her final score of 60.399 was more than enough to secure the title, with her largest margin of victory yet. With that victory, Biles became the first woman to win 3 consecutive all-around titles in World Gymnastics Championships history. During day 1 of event finals, Biles competed on vault, taking bronze behind Maria Paseka and Hong Eun Jeon. On day 2, she competed on balance beam and floor exercise, retaining her world title on both events by large margins. This brought Biles' total World Championships medal count to 14, the most for any American, and total gold medal count to 10, the most for any woman in World Championships history. As of November 11, 2015, she was a Nike-sponsored athlete. Announcing this news through Twitter, Biles was named Team USA Female Olympic Athlete of the Year in December 2015, making her the 4th gymnast to win the honor.
Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?